signing of Kevin Kiermaier, the Toronto Blue Jays may have just made a decision that may impact their future. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Blue Jays Today. In this video, we're going to be discussing how that Kevin Kiermaier signing is going to have a domino effect on the rest of the Blue Jays offseason and how it could actually impact the Blue Jays in the next 2, 3, hell, maybe even 4 or 5 years. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Blue Jays Today. So as soon as the Toronto Blue Jays signed Kevin Kiermaier, I was super happy. I'm sure a lot of you guys were super happy. However, what comes with that is a lot of writers and journalists around the MLB are now saying that the Blue Jays are no longer the favorites on Cody Bellinger and that this signing takes us out of the running completely. I have vocalized on this podcast that I don't necessarily think that's the case at all, that you could still realistically have a team with Kevin Kiermaier and Cody Bellinger on it, but a lot of other people don't think that way. So I'm going to paraphrase what they're saying around the league just to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. I'll paraphrase what Mike Wilner said on his podcast, and that he thinks that the Blue Jays are going to be out on Cody Bellinger because he thinks that the market for Cody Bellinger is just way too high. $200 million is not the price tag that the Toronto Blue Jays want to pay for Cody B. However, if the price tag were to drop on Cody Bellinger, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to be back in those conversations for Cody Bellinger. However, I do have to say that I think that signing Kevin Kiermaier may be an indication that the Blue Jays are going in a completely different direction. Because if that price tag for Cody Bellinger doesn't drop, I think signing Kevin Kiermaier was a way for the Blue Jays to guarantee that there will be at least somebody in the outfield. And also what comes with that reality is that, well, you're still missing an impact bat. Yes, I love Kevin Kiermaier's glove. I love his enthusiasm that he's going to be better next year, and I really hope he is. But the reality is that Kevin Kiermaier's bat isn't going to be that huge impact bat that the Blue Jays were hoping to get this offseason. So if you're not going to get it with Cody Bellinger because he's going to cost way too much money, and you're not going to get it with Kevin Kiermaier because he's just not that type of player, then where are you going to get those impact bats? Time for a quick shout out to Betway. Betway is the best place to make all of your sports bets on all of your favorite teams. Betway is also in collaboration with iGaming Ontario. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. Honestly, folks, it looks like this offseason is turning another direction, and it may be one that's addressing the short term rather than the long term. We know that the Blue Jays have shown interest in bats like JD Martinez, Jock Peterson, Justin Turner, Rhys Hoskins, guys that have proven they can drive in runs, but also aren't going to command a long-term deal. And the good thing about these type of players is they're going to help your team win now, and you could possibly get multiple of them versus one Cody Bellinger. And the reason why I think the Blue Jays are going in this direction is a couple of reasons. One, you got to look at the window of the Toronto Blue Jays right now. Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 2-year deals left. The pitching staff is starting to turn over a bit with Yusei done after the season, Bassett done after 2. Danny Jansen is done after the season too, so there could be a little bit of an identity crisis there with the catching position. And if you look at Ross Atkins and Mark Shapaio's contracts, both of their contracts are done after 2025 and 2026. So looking at the body of the Toronto Blue Jays, there's a lot of question marks about the Toronto Blue Jays in the next 2 to 3 years. So I've got a feeling that Ross Atkins is going to want to pile in as much power and as much impact in these 1 to 2 years as possible by signing multiple bats who can drive in runs at a high level. It might come down to the fact that the Blue Jays, they just have to win now. Maybe the Toronto Blue Jays have made a very deep run. Maybe they've gone to the ALCS or hell, even the World Series. That would just be ridiculous. And if you do that, that means that what Ross and what Mark are doing is working. And they can begin to look beyond 2025 and 2026 and start bringing in some more guys and making these extensions for their team moving forward. And I know it sounds crazy. How does Kevin Kiermaier impact all this? Well, I think that Kevin Kiermaier was the first step in that next plan for the Toronto Blue Jays. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below if you think that this is kind of where the Toronto Blue Jays are going. But guys, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Blue Jays Today. And as always, guys, go Jays go.